death certificate that Samina Ansari has in her possession up until today, over 19 years, she kept Durrani's death certificate, sending a scanned copy, which is totally useless because wherever you go in court, they want to see the original. So with this document, she laundered all Durrani's assets, bought a yacht, a villa in Darakhshan, and the officials in Darakhshan are fully aware that she laundered the money and bought that villa cash. How is that possible when on the day Durrani was murdered, she was on a salary and would only take her 25% dividends at the end of the financial year? So when did she get the Durrani windfall, or win the lottery for that matter? She's since got a flat in Clifton, a villa, brand new villa, coloured rusty orange at the end of the street where our villa was, and then played along with the officials at the Defence Housing Authority, who are all corrupt. The lawyer Nasrallah Siddiqui produced documents whereby she had to evict our property, which she claims she prepared and refurbished for us, and that we owe her money. How can we owe her money when she's prepared and all the things that she did in the house was actually taken from Durrani's own money, the children's inheritance? So she's a pathological liar. And up until today, I sent an email to her son, Imad Ansari, who reads the news at lunchtime on Karachi television, the business news. Lovely boy, absolutely gorgeous, unaware of his parents' evil deeds, but he had to be told because my children have had to live with that, causing us all mental health problems, thanks to his mother and his father. But we have to forgive them because we're better than them. We ask Allah to forgive them, but we certainly won't forget them. But it's payback time now, Samina Ansari. You better sort your head out and see that my children get their money back that you have stolen. If I take you to court, you know I will win, and you will have to pay my legal fees. If you settle out of court, I think it will be more amicable. Don't you think it's about time that you paid up now? Stop that shameless behavior of yours and be an example to your children, because you need to be. Just look at what you've done to Durrani's family. Just look at what you've done to us. How you lied. You and Shafi Mohammadi playing games with me when I arrived looking for this death certificate. When I went, he set me up with all his little ex-students in every single high official level. Everybody was corrupt. Everybody looked at each other when I walked through the door and I mentioned my name. But now it's pay up time. Look at him and tell me, how are you going to face him when, if you ever get to heaven? That's a good one. And me, the long-suffering wife who's patient. I should really be having or be awarded the Nobel Prize for patience, having to deal with all of you who are just corrupt. I can't even use any other words to express how I feel. But this exercise is a cathartic exercise for me. It's therapeutic, so the whole world will know where you are all coming from. Now we are going to be looking for justice now, and we want it now. Any human rights lawyers looking at this can contact me and tell me how we can bring these evil people to justice. Only you out there can help us. The people out there can help us, because I've tried every level. We have been faced with institutional racism in England. Doesn't matter if you've got a British passport, you're nothing if you come from an ethnic minority group. So you'll have all the isms that you can possibly think of. The racism within the institutions, the racism and prejudice in Pakistan, the racism and prejudice in Kuwait. That goes without saying, because that is a totally different story when you hear the human rights lawyer say to you that human rights are for Kuwaitis only. Why? Because money speaks all languages. They can get away with murder, pay people to cover up, as they have done in the case of Durrani. And this is the reason why, when people stitch him up and make false allegations, put it in police records for the police to think somebody is doing what they shouldn't be doing. In the meantime, the very people who are purporting the incidents, they are corrupt to the core. How on earth can they play God with other people's lives? But Judgment Day is soon around the corner, and we'll find justice eventually. We come into this planet with nothing, and we leave with nothing except our deeds. But without this document, we are still paupers. I walk from A to B, and she rides in her Mercedes or BMW, feathers her nest. But it doesn't matter. We've survived with Allah's love. So I wish them all well. But Judgment Day is not too far away, and I shall be waiting.